Welcome to this short video on the Intelligent Agents tool available in DC Connect. This tool is a powerful and efficient means of communicating with students that will increase student engagement, deepen your impact as an instructor, while also reducing your workload. An intelligent agent is a process that runs in your DC Connect course that identifies students who have met a particular criterion and subsequently sends those students a pre-scripted email to their DC Mail accounts. The criteria, messaging, timing, and frequency of this communication is determined by you, the professor. In simpler terms, you are telling DC Connect to automatically email students when they have or have not done something in DC Connect. Some examples of what an intelligent agent can monitor are how long it's been since a student has logged into your course, whether or not students have completed an assigned task, and what mark has been achieved on a grade item. In this video, I will demonstrate the creation of an agent that monitors an assignment submission folder and sends out a reminder email to students who have not submitted work. For the purpose of this demonstration, I have created an assignment submission folder titled Assignment Number 1 that has a due date of October 5th. It is important to be aware of the due date as we will be using it to schedule when the intelligent agent runs. To access the Intelligent Agents tool in your course, click on the Course Admin Navigation option and then the Intelligent Agents link. Click the blue New button to begin creating the agent. When choosing an agent name, be sure to include the name of the activity it is monitoring. In this example, I'm going to use the name Assignment Number 1, 2-Day Reminder. Having a brief description of the purpose of your agent can be very helpful when managing your agents across semesters. In this example, I'm going to use this agent will run 2 days prior to the Assignment Number 1 due date to remind students that they have not yet submitted work. Next, if it's not already, click the Agent is Enabled checkbox. The first section of the agent is the criteria. This is the student activity that is being monitored and triggers the agent to send its messaging. Under the Release Conditions title, click the Create and Attach button. Release conditions are conditional requirements that restrict access or visibility to specific content, resources, or areas within DC Connect. Students must satisfy the conditions before the restrictions are removed. Stated more simply, students can't see or interact with the course content or activity unless they have done or not done what the condition describes. A pop-up window now appears. In this example, it is the Assignment Number 1 submission folder that is being monitored. Click the Select Condition Type pull-down menu and scroll down to the Assignments group. Then select the No Submission to Folder option. Under the condition details, click the Select Assignment Submission Folder pull-down and select the Assignment Number 1 option. Some of the options in the pop-up window may be hard to see depending on the monitor and screen resolution you are using. You may need to expand the window using the drag handle in the bottom right corner or scroll to view the off-window content. Sometimes, zooming out the browser window also helps bring things into view. Click the Create button to set the release condition. The second section of the agent is the actions. Here I will set the repetition of the agent, that is to say how many times a student will receive the email. For our example, students should only receive a single email. So we select the Take Action Only the First Time the Agent's Criteria are Satisfied for a User option. Below the repetition, click the Send an Email When the Criteria are Satisfied checkbox. To ensure only those students who meet our criteria receive the messaging, a special code must be input into the To field. This code is known as a replace string. The code needed is open curly brace, initiating user, close curly brace. When the agent runs, this code is replaced with the email address of students who meet the criteria. Please note, there's no concern with respect to privacy. Each student receives their own individual email with only their email address listed. Because the purpose of this agent is to remind students to submit Assignment Number 1, that will be the subject of the mail. In the body of the message, using a personalized salutation is an effective way to build and foster student engagement. Use the open curly brace, initiating user first name, close curly brace, replace string, so that each student sees their own first name at the beginning of the message. Now type in the remainder of the message you want to send. Although you do have options for special formatting, I recommend you keep it plain. The final section of the agent is the scheduling. Because I want the agent to run automatically at the appropriate future date, I must click the Use Schedule checkbox. Next, click the Update Schedule button. Another pop-up window appears. For this example, I want the agent to run once, 2 days before the Assignment Number 1 deadline. To make this happen, I select Daily in the Repeats pull-down menu, then enter 1 in the Repeats Every field. Below, I set the start and end dates for when the agent will run. In this example, I select October 3rd for both the start and end dates. Then click the Update button. All the properties of the agent are now set. Click the Save and Close button to exit the Edit Agent page. Once the agent is created, I can be confident that each student who has not submitted their assignment number 1 in DC Connect will receive a personalized reminder email in their DC Mail account. Agents you have already created can be copied and edited so that your work can be repurposed to track other assignments. Also, agents can be copied from course to course and from semester to semester. Note, however, that copied agents automatically disable. You will need to review, update, and enable them in their new course. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please don't hesitate to contact the cafe with any questions you might have.